Good day, folks. Welcome to another session. And today we have with us Shayan Khursheed. Shayan Khursheed is a project manager by profession, and he moved here to Canada from Dubai. And before that, he was in Pakistan. And the more details he'll provide you himself. So we'll just get started without wasting any more time. Thank you, Shayan, for joining us today. And if you can get started by telling us a little bit about yourself first.
Yeah, so thanks a lot, South, for giving me this opportunity. And so basically spent my entire career managing different software development teams, always looking for challenges, to stay on top of new technologies and creating a thoughtful software solution for organizations and to help business perform better. So I came to Canada. Technically, I landed in 2014, but full transition was happened in 2016, in which I left my earlier job when I was working for one of the leading bank in Middle East, and then I moved here in a consultant organization where I worked for telecommunications and for 1 year as a project management, and then I transit my way again to the banking side. So right now I'm working for one of the big bank in Canada.
That's nice. Nice to know. So, regarding this transition that you made into the local market, can you share a bit on that?
Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, basically when you come from different background, you come from different countries, and coming transition to the West. So sometime what happened, your experience does not translate to what they require. So in that point, a lot of networking, a lot of events that are happening in the major organizations made a key role in connecting me to a potential job which I really wanted. And yes, you need to get out. You can't sit and apply over the emails, right? You need to get out. That's what basically I want to convey to the newcomers over here, that you can't just go and apply email and sit and wait for somebody to call you. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Try to connect with the people as much as possible, and maybe you never know, you will shine based on your credentials you have, and you will land what you really want. That's how it is, and that's true. Everybody says that, and it's actually very true, and it's going to work here.
And regarding resumes, I know you always recommend the stars methodology. So, want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, basically for that works at the interview level, right? Most probably that you need to basically, if you're giving kind of an example, you need to create a scenario around it, right? And that of course work. These all kind of people learn how to do an interview. But one thing which I always find out common while doing an interview is key confidence. There should not be any lies over your CV or resume, because either way you will get catch up in the middle, and that's not going to look good on your career, right? And number two, always be positive, because I know that a lot of interviews happen and didn't end up well, right? But that should not keep you disheartened or something like that. That's a learning thing that you can keep on to yourself, and you can improve it while going further. And it's really important. Always connect to the people, right people, having a right friends, really,
True, true. So, apart from these professional things, you also have a very major interest in videography and photography.
Yes.
So, what is all of that
Yeah, my
about?
passion basically starts when I was in Dubai in 2011. I bought my first camera. I still have that, right? So, that basically I started taking photos at that period of time, and try to learn self-learning. I did a lot on the YouTube, and when I became pretty good at it, right? And then I said, why not take it as a professional? So I was doing a semi-professional work for certain organizations, basically, which really enhance my skills, and that is a good learning curve for me. Yeah, and I still basically pursue sometimes.
So, essentially, you could, at one point in time, I believe you also pursued it as a sort of a partial career, right? Or you trying to do some entrepreneurship?
I try to do it, but in Canada as well. But it requires a lot of patience and requires a lot of time devotion, and everybody has some different priorities, right? So at that period of time, my priorities were different, and I need to basically no, I still would love to pursue it as a part of the separate, apart from what my early unique skills are as a PM, senior PM. I'm working over here. So yes, I really love to do it.
So one last question with you, Shan. For those folks who are planning to pursue project management as a career, what would be your advice to them?
Yeah, so first of all, apart from, of course, everybody needs to know that they need to do a PMP and whatever the agile or waterfall methodology they want to do it. But your interpersonal skills matters a lot in the PM market, right? You need to be very open. You need to be very clear what you're saying, right? Especially your communication skills should be at par, because here you not only deal with the business, you only deal with the senior executives of what the reports and the executive steering committees you need to present the progress of your project needs to be clearly translated. So if you are shy, I won't recommend to be in the PM world, but you need to be very aggressive and in this market. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shayan, for your time today, and it was a pleasure listening to your insights. And hope the folks who listen to this are able to get something from it, and then possibly even reach out to you if there are any questions.
Yeah, sure. I'm only available for my all folks over there.
Thank you.